Imagine standing on a calm shoreline. The waves seem harmless, the horizon peaceful, but beneath that gray surface lies one of the most treacherous seas on Earth. A place where storms rise without warning, where shifting sands swallow entire ships, and where thousands of sailors met their fate, never to return. This is the North Sea.
Where's he at? He needs help.
The North Sea stretches between Britain, the Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, and Norway. It may look like a narrow, shallow basin, but for centuries it has been a graveyard of ships. Its waters are notorious for sudden storms, dense fog, and violent currents. Unlike the deep Atlantic, the North Sea is shallow, only about 95 meters on average. This makes it far more dangerous. Waves grow steeper, storms build faster, and countless sandbanks shift like living traps. In medieval times, sailors called it the Devil's Mirror, reflecting calm skies before unleashing chaos. From Viking raiders to modern oil tankers, the North Sea has claimed them all. One of the darkest nights came in 1953. A powerful storm surge smashed into the coasts of the Netherlands, Belgium, and eastern England. Winds of hurricane strength pushed the sea inland. More than 2,500 people died in a single night. Entire villages were drowned, and dozens of ships were lost, torn apart in the black water. But the 1953 disaster was not the first nor the last. Centuries earlier, entire fleets were swallowed in these waters. In 1362, the so-called Grote Mandrenka, the Great Drowning of Men, devastated the coasts of Denmark, Germany, and the Netherlands. Tens of thousands perished as villages were washed away. Ships vanished without trace, leaving behind only fragments of wood on distant shores. For centuries after, survivors spoke of ghostly masts rising in the fog, warnings of storms yet to come. For fishermen, the North Sea is both a livelihood and a constant gamble. Stories echo of trawlers leaving port and never returning. Wives waiting on the harbor walls, staring into the fog, hoping for a light that never appeared. During the Second World War, the North Sea became a battlefield. German U-boats lurked beneath the waves. Mines were scattered across shipping routes. Even today, unexploded bombs and torpedoes rest silently on the seabed, a hidden danger for modern sailors. And then there are the infamous ferry disasters. In 1987, the Herald of Free Enterprise left Zeebrugge, bound across the channel. Within minutes, it capsized, seawater flooding through an open bow door. 193 lives were lost, a chilling reminder that even in modern times, human error and the sea's fury can combine into tragedy. But perhaps the most haunting is the loss of the Estonia in 1994. Although it sank in the Baltic, not the North Sea, it shook all of Northern Europe. 852 lives vanished in one of the deadliest maritime disasters of the 20th century. And every ferry crossing the North Sea since then sails under its shadow. Beneath the waves, invisible killers wait. Shifting sandbanks change position year after year. Ships caught in shallow waters are torn apart by the surf. One wrong calculation, and steel bends like paper. Powerful currents sweep through narrow channels, dragging vessels toward the coast or smashing them onto rocks.
There was no response to our sound signal and we didn't find anything untoward. It was quite possible that it could have been someone shouting on the island nearby.
Fog blinds navigation. Ice forms on decks in winter, making them slick and deadly. and scattered across the seabed, the ghosts of war. More than 1.3 million tons of munitions were dumped here after World War II. Rusting shells, bombs, even chemical weapons still lie in the dark. Every storm disturbs them. Every trawler's net risks pulling one to the surface. Divers who enter the North Sea often describe it as descending into a museum of death. Hulls of warships rest broken on the seabed. Cargo ships lie twisted in silence, their names erased by salt and time. Some wrecks still hold the belongings of those who never escaped. Boots, plates, even letters preserved in the mud. Every dive is a reminder that this sea is not just water. It is a vast graveyard, holding memories that refuse to fade. The North Sea doesn't forget. It holds history, and it waits. Today, the North Sea is busier than ever. Oil platforms rise above the horizon, pumping millions of barrels from beneath the seabed. Massive container ships cross daily between Rotterdam, Hamburg, and London, some of the busiest ports in the world. Wind farms spread across the surface, forests of steel turbines harnessing the gales. And still, tragedies continue. Fishermen vanish, tankers run aground. Helicopters rush to evacuate oil rigs in storms that even technology cannot withstand. For all our progress, the North Sea remains untamed. The North Sea has carried Vikings, merchants, soldiers, and explorers. It has built nations and buried them. It is a sea of trade and a sea of death. Would you dare sail these waters? And which deadly sea should we uncover next?